What is the most you wear in bed?
Well, I once wore a ring.
That's it? Sing in the morning in bed.
I move my boobs. If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true
Oh my
and
God.
help me understand with harmonies?
Hello and welcome to my new show, In Bed with Shenaz. And today I have in bed a surprise!
Hanji, I'm the furniture repairer. I'm just checking the bed. It seems okay. The springs are good.
Welcome to the show where we talk about love, sex and relationships.
And taxes. Taxes is very important.
No taxes.
Tax rhymes with sex.
That's true. So in this show, I am asking you questions
Okay.
from my love Bible.
I'll answer before the question. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you these questions.
Yes again.
All right.
Be honest.
Yeah.
I've not been with too many women in bed, but whoever I've been with, I've never worn blankets and things like
Really?
that.
Nothing?
No.
What is the most you wear in bed?
Well, I once wore a ring.
That's it?
That's it.
Just a ring.
I'm not a clothes guy, Shenaz. You know me. I'm willing to take all this off if you
so
let me.
So when you go to bed at night, you're completely naked?
Naked as a baby child.
Okay.
Oh, a baby child doesn't make sense, but a baby.
So every day, your wife sees you naked in bed.
Not
and
just
you still
her,
don't do
other people's
anything.
wives also.
First question, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Are you attracted to women just for looks or other things also? And I know the women you've been attracted to, by the way.
See, I'm a scientist. I'm a social scientist. So I'm glad you asked this question. My book, Pehla Pyar, I don't know if you've read the book because it's in German. I want to give it a Hindi title and the grammar is wrong. I've explained that people lie when they say there's no physical attraction involved. Physical attraction has to be involved in the beginning.
Absolutely.
I can't believe a person, oh, what a great personality, let's get married and all. It's not really happened.
So it's all physical attraction?
No, I'm saying initially it has to be physical.
Initially.
Right?
And then later on, do you still see that person like attractive as you... Because you've been married how many years?
No, then what happens is as human beings know more about each other, there's no way that anybody can be, male or female can be attractive beyond a point.
Really?
Because that's why it's good to have relationships just once or twice.
Or just have like 2 years and move on to the next.
Shorter contracts.
But you've been married like how many years now?
She's influential. They're related. It's a gang-related story, and
But like
their
15
criminal
years?
activities.
20 years?
No. My son is 21.
Oh, damn, you've been married like 22 years.
I'll have to Google, but somewhere in that area. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you celebrate your
We started
anniversary?
looking alike.
Yeah, that's what they say happens to couples.
Yeah, it's terrible. Honestly, I wear her shirts now.
You have boobs as big as hers.
Bigger? No, I'm not, that's not true. That's not true.
But
You exchange saliva and other fluids, and then suddenly everything is like
together.
separate bathrooms. I go to my mom. My mom's room has a separate bathroom. I use that because mother's always more forgiving.
Yeah, that's
They say
true.
clean up after you.
Nobody loves you like your mother.
Nobody.
In the world.
Yeah, as a piece of advice to someone who's not married,
Yeah.
I'll say, if you can get separate bathrooms. I've been saying that everywhere.
Separate bathrooms. But
Bigger than
what
separate
happens in the
bedrooms.
bathroom?
I think the female bathroom space is very different from the male bathroom space.
Okay.
So for us males, and I speak about heterosexual, normal males, not the metrosexual males.
So what do? You just pee all over the
We
pot?
pee all over.
Oh my God,
we
you just
throw
peed
the
in the
towel
pot.
wherever. We don't even know where anything is and don't care. And when we exit, we slam the door really hard. The first time we stopped having sex was because I kept towels on the bed twice.
Oh.
First time she warned me, second time she said no sex for 5 years. Yeah.
And she stuck to it?
Yeah, but 7. She's vicious. No, I'm kidding. 6. Mandoli.
But seriously, there's no sex after marriage?
I can't speak for everyone, but I think sex gets a little dull. The same people also. Why didn't you get married then?
Same thing.
The same. It's the marginal utility of the product also, no?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean,
Diminishing-
let's speak from both sides. Let's not say,
No,
like-
I think even for women, it's the
Yeah.
same thing, the same
So you
positions,
gotta-
the same...
Well, not just the position, there's no novelty factor.
Yeah.
That's it's a challenge, I would think.
Well, there are many ways
Well, there are things like
to get
alcohol
beyond
and all.
that.
Yeah, but come on, don't be ridiculous. Chemical enhancement just to have sex with your own partner.
Not chemical
Stop
enhancement.
this.
It's more
I'm
like
not a Rottweiler trying to
intimacy,
breed.
Go for like nice dinners.
Well, that costs money. You're saying all the wrong things to
But
me.
you have so much
I
money.
have no money. I don't even have pants.
That you don't.
Then,
Convince me to get married right
no,
now.
I don't want to get married. I'm just saying
No,
that.
just convince me,
No,
please.
no.
I need to be convinced. My mom is also asking
Why do you want to
to
get married?
So that's what I'm asking you to
No.
convince me.
So it's like a mutual fund for us in the sense that we invest in the marriage for companionship post 65, 70. See, then when you're on a wheelchair and all, you need someone.
But you need someone compassionate and empathetic. Now, what
But
if
no,
the
no,
other
no,
person is
no, you
doing
can't-
great and saying, I'm going to go play tennis?
Yeah, you can't guarantee.
chill.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
That's why we've kept Kunal on standby.
So you pick a person. So are you saying
You're
that you
hoping.
pick a person when you're in your 20s so that when you're in your 70s, 80s, 90s and 100s if you're Parsi, then you have someone taking care of you?
Well, yeah, but also remember, the person in the 20s and 30s has one personality.
Yeah.
After being together for 40 years, the empathy for you may not be there as it is for the rest of the world.
Exactly.
So while they'll help some other old people or people with issues, they won't
But
necessarily
they'll
help
be
you.
old too. And so there's no guarantee.
No, but one is always better than the other now.
Yeah.
If you look at any couple
Yeah,
out there,
yeah, yeah.
there's always
One is
one
always-
who's doing
or one
physically
is
better or
always
mentally
better.
better or mentally
Very
actually is more important.
Very true, very true.
I saw my own dad go
I mean, this is the
into
only
decline.
reason I sometimes feel like I need to get married. And my mom keeps telling me,
Okay.
who's going to take care of you when you're old? And I'm like, yeah,
No,
who's
but
going
you
to
can.
take care of me?
Shenaz, stop hinting. I'll figure this out.
Will you take care of me?
Under Zoroastrian law, you're allowed a second wife in the suburbs. Only you can't come to South Bombay. Huh? And don't call on Aisha's direct line.
Have you watched porn recently?
It's a bit too much. Yeah, on the way here. How did you know? I mean, what do you do? Killing time in traffic. Yeah. Oh, I'm a huge porn fan.
Really?
You know there's midget porn?
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
You haven't watched?
No, that's
You
kind
should
of wrong.
break this show and do that right now. Why? You should know more about other people. This is the problem with so-called secularism. Secularism is not
I
Hindu,
don't like
Muslim,
midgets.
and
I like tall.
upcaste, low
I like
caste, and all
tall
that.
men. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's the real divisions of society. Height, left-hander, right-hander,
It's what you're
hairy,
attracted
unhairy,
to.
bald, long hair. Yeah. Eyebrows joined, not joined. These are the things we should focus on. So I'm a student of all this.
But you were talking about marriage, why people should get married, and then you deviated.
No, I said there's some good points.
Yeah,
So
so the good point is, number one, you have someone to take care of
Yeah.
you when you're old.
Yeah,
That's it. You stopped at one point.
also, as you age, people irritate you more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
like-
see older couples, they're constantly fighting with each
Yeah,
other.
and you become crusty. It's just the way it is mostly.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that happens.
Spoiling marriage for everybody.
No, please get married. I mean, India needs more kids. Yeah.
I sometimes wonder, okay, this is going to sound really
I'm
bad.
sorry,
but
yes,
what do you
keep
do
going.
first thing in the morning in bed?
I move my boobs. What do I do in bed? We both get up at 4:30 sharp, and my dogs need to be
Both
walked.
of you, so you're compatible. What if you had a wife who was partying till 4 in the morning?
She does once in a while because she still goes out.
Oh, yeah?
I just tell her not to make noise.
So, okay, next question. Once the unattainable becomes attainable, does love end? I know.
What do you mean? You mean like
Like if
self-actualization
you're into
situation?
like some girl, and then what you finally get her.
Oh, yeah,
so you
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying
Yeah, okay,
that
okay, yeah.
you're saying that
Once you
happens with
put out a girl, a
everybody,
lot of
but
men.
yeah.
But see, when guys who put out chicks and then have
Not
no.
guys, girls, guys.
Okay,
would-
girls, guys, whoever. Once you reach the fruition of the
Yeah.
relationship, which is not just purely having sex, but just whatever you've dated
yeah,
for some time and all.
got to know
and then,
each
and
other,
then
asked
about-
all the questions possible.
Yeah, all that. So then you reach
Yeah.
a rut after a point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that means that, frankly speaking,
Yeah.
That's the end of the relationship.
That's the end of the relationship.
and
so why
most-
do people stay after
But
that?
why is it personal?
But why
It's
do people
normal.
stay after that?
I don't know. That's why
to
you have.
take care of each other when
No,
they're
that's why it
70,
becomes
80.
toxic. I've been telling you, Shenaz, get rid of these men faster.
Oh.
Why do people feel that you're slutty and all when you have many relationships? We are not monogamous by nature.
I've had
It's
many
rubbish.
relationships.
You've had many relationships. I'm proud of you,
I
my
wrote
dear.
a book about it.
Yeah. I think you're very normal. Only like the wolf and the dove and a couple of other animals made for life. Otherwise, nobody mates for life.
Right.
Yeah, human beings aren't meant for
But
that.
you have.
Yeah, but I'm more of a wolf. I mean, don't judge by the hairlessness of my upper body. If you look at my calves, I'm quite wolfy. Yeah.
But you still stayed married for many years, which
Yeah,
I'm proud
yeah.
of you for that.
But it's a middle class mentality.
You-
We're conditioned to do all
you
this.
found
Blame
the
our
right-
parents
no,
and all
but you
that.
found the
You're
right
the one who got out of it.
You found the right woman.
There's no right woman.
Have you ever been in love, like crazy, madly?
I
Crazy,
only
like-
been in love.
Really?
When I was in Xavier's, when you were in college, I was falling in love every day. You don't want to know what I've done?
Yeah.
I'm quite the romantic.
Tell me.
Have you heard the Beatles song If I Fell?
Yeah.
There was a girl in South Bombay who I liked. I took 6 boys with 2 guitars. I was 18 years old. We played at 10 in the night under a window.
Shut up. Can you
know?
sing a little?
And if I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true?
Oh my
and
God.
help me understand with harmonies.
Wow.
We sang beautifully.
And then, did she jump out of the window?
No, but she smiled. And until then, she wasn't even talking properly. And I knew, she just smiled and her exact words were, Cyrus, what do I do with you? From up there. I mean,
How sweet.
it was a winner.
But did you guys then get
We
together?
did, but not immediately. But I know I made an impact.
Okay.
I've
And
done
was she in
some silly
college with
things.
you?
Well, let's not get into details. This is not my personal this and that. I've had one or
So
two.
then what? Wait, that is crazy. I never knew the story.
No, no,
and then what? Then you guys...
So I'm saying you only do this when you are in love.
Yeah.
You don't really do this
so there's
kind of
no
thing.
logic. That's my
There's no-
next
no, to
question.
organize-
Is there any logic in love? Like, why do you think you fell in love with her?
I think.
What made you fall in love with
I don't know,
that
but
girl?
I think you go into a subconscious behavior pattern you don't become clinical and careful.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
go with, you're much more spontaneous. You think of these
Yeah.
things, they come, it's like an art.
Correct.
Being a lover is an art.
Yeah.
So the loveriness comes out. And then you
Yeah.
want to sing and you want to organize things and you want to impress.
That's such a lovely feeling.
And we sang well.
I miss that feeling.
My good friend Neeraj Kochar doesn't talk to me anymore. We sang harmony.
Really?
Yeah, like John and Paul.
I want to ask you why he's not talking to you.
That's another long story. Read my book when I write it. If I can remember.
So there's no logic in love. Then what happened with this girl?
But that's so long ago. Then whatever. So we had the time and then.
So the attainable became unattainable became attainable, and then love
Correct.
ended.
Correct. The marginal utility of product ended, and there's no point to service this product anymore from either side.
Right.
And it goes on.
And that's it.
Yep. That's the story.
Okay.
Then I had an arranged marriage with Aisha.
Shut up, you. So what did you do for Aisha? Was there anything crazy you did for Aisha? That she remembers? That she's like, you don't do
She had a
this
house
anymore.
in Ghatkopar.
Really?
Yeah. And I have no idea how to get there. And not only did I get there, I
You're
got.
sounding very classist right now.
It's not class. I'm a South Bombay boy. I had no idea. There was no GPS. LBJ Marg, you get there, and then after that it's
So
it's
you
a
went
maze.
all the way to her house.
Not only
That's
that,
what you're
once
saying.
I was so drunk, I went there and she threw me out because I was drunk. And then I'm on the road and I had to find a PCO and call Kunal, and I had to tell Kunal I don't know where I am.
Oh,
And it took
he
him
came
about
pick
he
you up.
came, but it took him 2 hours to figure it out. I had to ask passerby, he's drunk out of my mind, kahan hai, kahan hai. It's not like Bombay is now.
And
I've
she
done
lived
lots of
alone?
crazy things. There's another girl who I was crazy about in Bandra.
Okay.
And I, again, this was early MTV, or I was shooting something. I remember it was Mukesh Mansion. It was a bungalow as you turned going towards Juhu from Bandra. Anyway,
Okay.
so I took a rickshaw, came to her house, and it was pouring rain, I remember. And I bought her something. I bought her like a Diet Coke or Pepsi or something small like that. And I just surprised her because she used to live alone like you. And I listened, and I thing on the door to surprise her, wet, and I thought it was very romantic. Opened it, and she had another guy. So it was very sad. So I was kicking that can and walking the streets of Bandra for the next 45 minutes with more Beatles songs in my head.
How do you get over? So that's another question.
You cry.
How do
You listen
get
to
over
sad
it?
songs.
And how long?
And then you find another girl.
How long?
6 minutes, sometimes 10.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is a great lesson for everybody.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
It's the only cure is another boy or girl.
a lot of people write to me and they say that we can only fall in love once, and it's that one person, and I just love
That's
this
a personality
person.
type, you know.
Yeah.
Like I had a pal, Zal, and when he lost his dog, he just couldn't have another dog.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just they're just too sensitive in that sense.
Yeah,
It just took a long time to break.
Yeah.
But about 20 years later, after he got married, he finally, with the new wife and a small child, he got the dog. So it just took that much longer, and I felt bad because you don't want to betray your dog and say, oh, let's go get another dog, or
Right.
betray your lover and say, oh, I want a lover in 5 minutes. Because you start feeling guilty that you're a matlabi person.
No, but a lot
But
of
you
people
are.
say that they don't find the same thing, they don't find the same
But why do they look for the
chemistry.
same thing?
Yeah, that is true. Why look for the same thing? Look for different people.
Yeah,
Reframe
different
that
things
question.
from one person.
Do you think you can get many things from one person? Can they be like your emotional companion, your mental companion, your physical companion, everything, shared values,
I'm
everything,
the opposite.
everything?
I always aim low.
Oh.
So I'm saying you guys, not you guys, but the romantic type who are in my day, or well, sort of our day,
Yeah.
Mills and Boons kind of,
Yeah,
romantic,
yeah.
or all
Guy.
these Bronte sisters and
Yeah,
Heathcliff
yeah.
is your role model and all that. So I think after some time you got to understand there is no such perfect male
There is
or female.
Or female.
Okay.
And you don't get everything from one person.
No, and you're stupid to think there is because
Yeah.
it's like God.
Yeah.
You get like a God concept in your lover.
So what is the solution? Do you look at
Have-
somebody else for a mental companionship? Like
Variety.
you look at
Variety is
Kunal.
the spice of life. No. Kunal doesn't fill any void. I mean, he's a nice guy. He's there to talk to my kids. That's it.
But somebody for your mental companion, someone for your emotional companion, someone for your physical. So are you
So
suggesting
that's
you have
why-
different people?
No, I'm saying that if you're a heterosexual person, I'm very keen that people have relations with other girls. I'm speaking for men, with other girls. Not sexual, because that's obviously now not allowed.
So have a lot of friends.
Yeah,
basically.
female friends, because it's different
Yeah,
dynamic. Like hanging out with
exactly.
you is very different from me than hanging out with
Yeah.
Kunal. You may not believe it, but it is.
Yeah. No,
But I think
definitely.
that is
But
good.
I have male friends and female friends, and you can have
but
both.
even with female friends, there has to be a little flirting. Otherwise, they're not really friends. Then that's really strange because I
I
think
have
that's a
friends.
lie.
I have male friends who have no flirting. So
Really?
you're saying that you all your female friends you have a little flirting? Not true. We don't flirt.
But we are hardly friends. We hardly meet. And I've been flirting. It's just not working. It's just everybody knows in civilized society you don't cross any lines and you do this much
You
and no
don't-
more.
Yeah.
That's it.
So sex you just have with your person, and everything
Forget
else-
sex.
yeah.
Sex is like far away. I'm saying even you don't cross certain lines,
No,
because
you-
once you do that, then you start, causing trouble.
Yeah.
Then it will lead to.
And you don't want to.
three-letter
Obviously, you don't want
Well,
that.
then remember what Rumi said. Can I use bad language?
Yeah.
Rumi, the famous poet.
Yeah.
He said it in Farsi, but I'll translate it. But I have to use vulgarity.
He used vulgarity, Rumi.
No, well, because I can't. It sounds lovely in Farsi.
Okay.
But sometimes the fucking you do isn't worth the fucking you get.
Oh.
But isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It
So
is
make
true.
sure that whatever you do.
Keep it.
Yeah.
So you've never
No,
crossed any
if you're going to do
lines
that,
in 25
it's got to be worth
years?
it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's got to be worth it. That's it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just stupid. It's like
But how
two
do you
minutes
know
of
it's
pleasure
worth it?
for a lifetime of misery.
You just told
Also
us
Rumi.
how long you have sex for. 2 minutes.
Less. A lot of that is removing clothes.
Would you be jealous?
I'm very bad
if
with
you're-
bras.
Would you? Oh, really?
I'm
I thought
the
some
worst
guys
bra.
can snap it with
Oh,
one
those
finger.
guys, I hate them. They're so good with their motor skills. I'm that bear. And the woman is like, stop it, all right? And
She's like,
Shanti,
let me just take it off.
Shanti, unhook karo mujhe. And Shanti will come, open it, and then, by then the whole mood is gone. I'm left with my own boobs. It's like, that's it. One more day of.
So let's talk about deal breakers, okay? One is the dog has to sleep on the bed.
Oh, animal haters, I can't handle.
Yeah.
And but I don't want people who are scared of animals, because they whatever I can deal with that and help them through it. But people who dislike animals, there are people who just dislike them. Like a doggy ko pagar. They immediately talk like that. Master Ji came over to take my
What
med-
if a girl is scared of a cat?
So I had one girlfriend who was scared of dogs, okay?
Okay.
And the same problem about, don't get intimate in front of the dog, I'm feeling uncomfortable and all that.
Yeah.
But within 2 months, she liked the dog better than me. I believe I try to follow the path of the lion. Which basically the lion sleeps 19 hours a day. He doesn't really fight. It's very rare. And if the hyena's close, he'll go after him. But if he's far, he'll just yawn. The lionesses do all the hunting. The lion just mates once in a while. Sometimes he gets bored of that, goes back to sleep.
But you like dominating women? You like
But
women
yeah.
who are like cracking the whip?
Okay, let's not get sexual in the dominating. But yeah,
Not sexual, but like,
I like to just chill, like a
so
Julius
you like
Caesar.
a woman to be on top?
Not on top, as in do everything.
You want her to do everything?
Yeah, everything.
Oh my God, that sounds tiring. for
I
a
love
woman.
it.
Have you ever given a woman a massage?
Oh, that I do all that. That's
So
not a
you do
problem.
all that?
Oh, this is a normal thing. Like you're a complete racist or casteist, and those kind of
Yeah.
things turn me off a lot.
Would
I
you
had
d-
one
would
girl.
you- would
I had
you-
one girl saying, "Oh, he's so black" and all that. It just turns you off a little
turns
bit.
you off.
It's like it's okay to make jokes. I love jokes about color
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that, but not you actually believe that someone is
mean
like,
it.
it's a
Exactly.
bit too much.
And what if-
religious shit? I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's Muslim. I don't like him. He's Parsi or whatever.
That's true.
And there are people-
that's a deal
and people
breaker.
talk like that.
And people actually do
Yeah,
talk
it's
like
scary.
What about if they have different political, like what if your wife had a
No,
completely
that's fine.
different
Political views, I don't
view?
have a problem with. I think people in a democracy should have different political
Yeah,
views.
okay.
I don't have an issue.
So if she votes for one party and you vote for another,
I
that's
think that's
okay.
great. That's a sign of democracy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
That's okay.
Yeah. I like women who can do accents though.
Really?
That's fun.
Okay.
I love being childish.
I've
somewhere
been
I wish,
seeing
I wish
videos of
Aisha
you
was
and
more
Aisha.
childish.
You and Aisha do
She
great
was-
videos together.
Yeah, but sometimes I wish she could just be a little more infantile. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. It's a very therapeutic
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
We just talk like Italians for 20 minutes, for no
right.
reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Just to bug somebody
Can I
else.
do the French one?
Of course, I'll try my best.
Stupid fucker.
You stupid fucker.
You stupid fucker.
You
Huh?
fucker.
Would you think, you think I'm stupid or what?
Stupid, eh?
Welcome to my
But-
bed.
but-
It's so
but
bad.
is
People
it-
will stop watching the show. Let's stop.
We're from Pondicherry, so it's a mixed accent. Yeah.
Yeah. What about like triggers? Okay. There was a guy who I was like, I just started talking about something I'm feeling uncomfortable with, but he took it into another level and
He got upset.
he got upset. What are your triggers?
I don't get triggered at home and all that easily.
But do you
It'd be
get
difficult.
triggered if she says something, or do you just take it and like as a joke, or do you actually get upset? And when you get triggered, do you
I've
get
got-
angry,
I've
or
s-
do you just shut down? Do you stonewall?
No, so what happens is that after some time in marriage, you don't hear anything.
But what if you're really attracted to the person and the sex is
What's the po-
great?
But then, but how you gonna have a relationship beyond the sex?
Yeah.
What's the
very
point
true.
then?
It's like you're just like ting, ting, ting,
Yeah.
ting. You're playing a
Like
ballet.
you get up after sex and all you want to do is not talk. Because that's just gonna be so tedious.
Yeah.
For the next 2 hours, you have to can I just watch a movie or something?
Right.
God.
Yeah.
So who's this guy where the
you-
sex was great and he was a horrible person?
He's not a horrible person, but gets triggered easily.
Who's he?
I can't say it.
Why not? It's your show. Rhyme his name.
No names on this
If he
show.
was a plant, what would you call
No
him?
names. You tell me about the girl. What was her
I
name?
can't remember. I'm old. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all this stuff. Yeah.
But there's no triggers. Like if like one thing that
See, I'm not
Aisha can
touchy.
say
I'm not
and
touchy.
you can get really upset.
You know, people get touchy about the Parsi jokes or the
anything.
origin of parents. All those things don't bother me.
Yeah.
You can make fun of all that. It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't
Career, what career?
Yeah,
So all these things don't bother
doesn't
me.
bother
So you
you.
can't say anything.
Yeah.
But what bothers me are things like people who are mean to animals or they make silly. But you know, personally, I don't get triggered that easily.
That's great.
Have you ever seen me get triggered?
No, I've never seen you get angry ever.
I've fallen asleep a lot.
Only drunk.
But I stopped drinking. That was a bad
You
thing.
stopped
I drank
drinking.
too much.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I also want to know, like, should I get married? Should I
No,
not
I'm
get married?
saying-
This is why I'm having the show. I want to know.
Yeah, so look
Yeah.
at your batch in school and college you grew up with, or even
Yeah.
your peers in work and all that.
Yeah.
Those who are not married, look at those who are married.
Yeah.
So our lives change completely. The kids and all that take over and everything. So you
Yeah.
can't stay with the bachelors and the spinsters anymore.
Yeah.
It's very rare to catch up
So,
with
like,
them.
you have younger friends. Like, I have all younger friends.
No, I have friends who have the same situation, stuck in marriage with the kids.
Oh.
That's the way it happens, right?
Right.
So there's a whole change. There's a whole, so either you're that tribe or this tribe is what I'm saying.
Right. So,
Like
you're saying that
Kunal-
you don't mix the tribe.
Well, you can a little bit, but after some time, what are you going to do? So, like Kunal is a bachelor.
Yeah.
So he lives for himself, like an Indian male who's going to be 60, is so self-centered after a point
Yeah.
that he cannot handle a family now. He's very good with my kids up to a point, but then there's no patience.
Right.
Because
right,
everything is him. He gets up.
Right,
it's all about him.
Yeah,
You never
yeah,
think
yeah.
about any second person. So
Yeah.
our tribe and your tribe is different. For you to come to our tribe now will be tough. Now you tell me honestly, if I get you to get married, suppose you're forced by the Parsi, Geo-Parsi movement.
Yeah,
one-
my mom keeps saying, like, I want to see
How will you fit in?
Before my eyes shut, I want to see you
But
get
that-
married. So then I'm like, I won't get married because your eyes won't shut.
Being married.
I've had live-in relationships and all that,
No,
so
it's
I
not the
can.
same, Baba. It's not
Why?
the
What's
same.
the difference?
The whole dynamic spirals now because you're worried about you'll be looking after kids, looking after parents,
No,
looking
kids
after.
is definitely no. There's too much traffic on the road, too many people in
But
India.
Shenaz
not
won't
having
come
kids.
first. Shenaz won't come first.
Yeah.
Cyrus only comes first in the gym.
Yeah.
After that, the day starts.
Yeah.
Everybody's awake and I'm screwed.
Correct.
Then all you hear is.
So when you're on your own, you just have your own life. It's true. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
done so much in life. I wouldn't have worked
The
so much.
adjustment will be
If
difficult
I were,
now.
Yeah, the adjustment is difficult when you get married later.
Now, but let's say 20 odd years.
Yeah.
How do you now just go back to another life? After 20 odd years,
Yeah.
it's conditioned.
Yeah.
You're first.
Yeah.
So even the relationship with the other person, you'll
But
be
I've
first.
had relationships where I've
Yeah.
been pele up.
You think?
I think so.
But that's also a setup, no? As the years go by, then that peels off and the truth comes out. Especially with men who act all nice on the first date, pull the chair,
Yeah.
open the
I've
door,
had live-in
pay for the thing.
relationships. Yeah,
Third
and then-
date,
yeah.
pull your own chair, pay for the thing. You know what I mean? Come on,
But
that's...
how do you see through that mask? Can't you both live together in a big house in your own
Would you
way?
like that? Because you've got this independence.
Yeah.
And it gives you both lives. So when you want companionship, you got it.
Yeah.
Why would you... I don't
No, I actually like this life, to be honest. It is nice. I wouldn't mind.
Your relationship will stay beautiful
Yeah.
because you don't come each other's space.
Very true.
You have a dating relationship. When you go out, your best
Yeah.
face is there.
Very
your best
true.
everything is there. It's actually
Yeah.
like an evolved relationship for me.
I prefer that actually. In fact, when I went to Mexico, I
Yeah.
went to Frida Kahlo's house. Do you know
Wow.
Frida Kahlo? She's
Well, I know
obviously
who
not
she
there.
is.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
you went to college.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
she's obviously not
She
alive anymore.
She
She's
painted my
dead.
bathroom. Yeah.
Anyway, she had a house, and then there was a bridge, and her husband's house was there. She had many, So and then they had a bridge, and so whenever they want, they cross the bridge.
Are the greatest love stories are like that? Look at Buckingham Palace. Queen lived there. Sent the prince, whatever his name is, Philip or whatever, to another place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And so they survived 100 years of marriage.
Right. Exactly.
But they never lived
so
in the
you
same
have
house.
to. Yeah.
I'm saying you have the option.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
Now,
because
would
of
you,
one-
if you could go back, would you have that option?
Well, I
Or
can't
do
once
you
you-
like
once you
living
have kids, I
together?
have a mother in the house, and it's all different. We are a tribe.
But do you think you could live alone?
No,
Do you think
now
you
I-
could live my life?
If we were back in our 20s,
Yeah.
and
No,
if
not
I went-
20s.
no,
Now.
in the beginning, no, now I can't. I can't switch.
You can't switch. You can't live alone now.
No, I'm too conditioned now.
Yeah.
If my daughter's gone for long or my son's not there, I start getting worried. I need my dogs. Even my old mother irritates me. All these things.
Oh, I love
and
your
even the
mom.
damn wife. So I'm just stuck
Even
now.
the damn
I
wife.
mean, I hate all of them. It's a love-hate thing, but I
Right,
can't
you
go.
can't live alone.
Screwed.
You can't.
Screwed.
So you're saying,
I'm
so
saying we're both
basically you're
conditioned
telling the
now.
young people that if you want to get married, then get married soon, so that and if you
No,
want to
I'm
stay
saying you
single,
can't do
stay
both.
single.
you choose your tribe, which one you want to follow, and you just stick to that.
Right.
Because you do the Shenaz way, which is also good. There's no judgment here.
Whatever it is, judgment. I know,
but
I know.
switching from one to the other, especially after many years, is going to be tough. Like my friend Kunal, lovely guy and all that. Everybody thinks he's great and generous and warm and all that. But I don't think he's ready for marriage now. Because
But I don't know. I feel I
himself.
could live with somebody, but the person I have to be very compatible with the person.
Shenaz, stop hinting. I just don't feel comfortable. I'll just go back under the sheets now. It's a limit, yeah, really. Although Shenaz's parents used to like me, so I would have
My
been a good
parents
choice.
still love you.
Yeah.
Still love you.
Still hoping that.
They're still like, oh, Cyrus is coming over.
That Aisha is not unwell, no? They just check and all that. Oh, sorry.
No, my
What a
main
mean
thing is
to
like
say.
the whole thing.
Is your wife sick?
I think most people who are single have a fear that who will I be with when I'm older, or what will happen when I'm older. That's the biggest fear. Even I have that fear. I'm like, oh my God, when I'm 70, 80, I'll be alone.
No, but you can check into all these 5-star things that are there, old people's homes.
And then you
the
can
world
have,
is changing.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
And your novelty factor will stay till you die. Because you're still getting new places and new things.
Yeah.
She's got wanderlust and novelty issues.
Yeah, I love
like
being
that.
in new places every
so
day.
I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't change the way
Really?
you what's the problem?
Okay. But tell me, did you you had to give love advice?
So-
how did they pick you for that Love Line show?
No, but keep in mind that Malaika, then you, Sophie,
Yeah,
Nafisa, everybody did it.
Yeah.
So they would be the voice of reason. So I was off the hook.
Yeah.
I could say what I want. The problem was we started getting these, because people take life seriously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we'd get a letter from Jalandhar, Chandu, our sound guy will remember, and the letter will be like, Yaar, I'm in love with this girl, I follow her to the bus stop every day, but now her father is threatening me. It was like ridiculous because the guy has no idea who, he's not introduced himself to the girl or anything, just being creepy. Because in India, in those days, a lot of people just had no way to meet
Yeah, exactly.
or
There's
get
no
an
dating
introduction.
apps, nothing.
Dating apps and all that. So half the problem was that we were worried that we were dealing with people who are slightly, not criminal, but could go the other way with their behavior, you know, not reasonable.
Yeah, and people would call in also.
Yeah, they would call in. There was...
Yeah, I know, I did the show.
There was even suicidal, conversations and all that.
Oh my gosh.
I love her so much, I don't want to live and all that. What the hell do you say?
Yeah.
I have a joke ready, but maybe not the right thing.
So, but let's talk to those people because I get a lot of DMs in my Instagram saying that I don't know how to move on, I don't know what to do, I love the person so much.
But now they've got this internet thing to help them. Then,
Yeah, just go on a dating app and find someone else.
Just
So
reinvent
that's your
yourself.
advice?
Reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Just, obviously just get away from that and reinvent yourself. Have a good time. You're Shenaz's tribe. You get to play again. I work for the BCCI. I have to stay in the same team till I die. I can't go anywhere. I can't be traded. I can't get more money, less money. I'm just stuck.
So, according to Cyrus, you pick. Do you want to date different people all your life and be like me? And, live single in your house?
Is family your thing or not?
Or do you want to have,
And these are the small things that people don't talk about. She was eating dahi batata something, right, which is a vegetarian dish. So me and Mikhail, my son, were making fun, saying it's terrible, we hate it, we don't like it. How can you talk about food like that? How can you be so obnoxious? You're making your son into you. You should never disrespect food. All these suddenly triggers happen. And I'm like, it's just a silly conversation. And why can you not like food? What's so special? There's every culture in the world won't like some other food. Isn't there some food you don't like?
Yeah.
So,
I hate
But my wife, because it's like a religious issue. Like, oh, you can't make fun of dahi, batata, whatever. I'm like, but you don't like it. What's the big deal? And so now we don't talk.
And so now you're not talking because of that.
Yeah.
So you have small fights like that.
I'm not talking. She's not talking. But if you realize...
But it's always about a bigger thing. She's thinking like what,
She just takes it too seriously. We're two people on a dinner table going, okay, in our defense.
But then think about it, like, why is she really getting triggered?
Because she thinks I'm belittling her and her choices in food and in art.
And her choices in life.
In life, it extends. You're very good.
It extends. It's
Exactly
basically
that.
something
So there's
else.
a disrespect which is like
she's
growing.
feeling like, oh,
and you're transferring it to the next generation.
Yeah.
Because he's now mimicking you sort of thing.
Exactly. So
But
that's really, it's a deeper issue that she's feeling.
But it's also, if you look at it less complex, it's just something you're making fun of on the table.
Yeah.
I don't think this should be a holy grail about food and all that.
But these are all the things you fight about when you're married. These are like these little things become big things, but actually the little things are actually telling you something about a bigger thing.
You could cheat on your spouse and bring somebody else home and they won't even care. But you cannot abuse the food. You just can't. I'm serious. It's the little things that drive people nuts.
It is. So Cyrus, what are your triggers? Like what will completely upset you?
So there was one trigger which finally came to my head, which happened just yesterday, as I remember. So my daughter and me like to order food, and we plan it. Okay, so somebody told us about this thing called, I won't take the brand's name, something rolls. and the roles were this thing. The other guy was telling us about it at the breakfast table at the gym. So she called me after school and said, let's get this role. So I asked everybody, do you want rolls? Do you want rolls? My wife always says, no more food from outside, no more wasting money in the usual lecture. The rolls come. I put the roll in and I go into the kitchen to make my sugar-free drink. I'm a recovering diabetic. And then I put the glass. As I put the glass, she's eating my roll. But I asked you specifically, and you give me a lecture about wasting money and eating outside, and the food gets collected in the fridge because nobody's eating home food, and that me and Maya, and I'm like, you said all that, and now you're eating my roll. And that really triggers me.
But
you know,
was she just having one bite of it?
she just took the roll. She was eating the roll. She was in the act of eating the roll, and I'm holding the glass like a loser here. I'm like, my roll. And my daughter, of course, had taken her roll and she was eating quietly. The predator was in the room, so nobody wants to take a chance. She had already half eaten her roll quickly before that goes. And Aisha does this a lot.
So that is your trigger. If
yeah,
someone eats your food.
No, the hypocrisy.
Yeah, if they say, I don't want it, and then
we plan, and you put us down for planning because we love our food and we plan our food and all that. Then you get the money thing, then the waste of food and how the home food gets wasted and is lying in the fridge and all that. Yeah. I get all this all the time. And then I always find that you're participating.
What if she doesn't do all that and you get, say,
then
the
it's
role?
fine. Then it's okay. Then
And
someone,
she's like,
that won't bother me so much.
No.
It's the lecture. It's the whole stand that's taken. It's a
then,
philosophy. It's always philosophy.
How do you repair this conflict?
Nothing. I wanted to add alcohol to it, but I stopped drinking. I was in so much pain. But you know.
But you got angry. Did you say anything?
I took my roll back.
Okay, separate bathrooms, separate screens.
Done.
Separate food, separate roles.
Separate mother-in-laws. Oh, that's there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And separate bedrooms or no?
Separate bedrooms, I think, you'll start becoming strangers.
Yeah.
And you've got separate bathrooms, you've got space. You've got to have space.
Separate beds.
And also, you need money for separate bedrooms.
For me, like
we're not rich like you.
No, shut up. I have one bedroom.
But you don't have anybody here.
Yeah, I don't.
I have a bigger house, but I have 32 people. So come on.
I have me, and it's like, that's it.
And
just one bedroom.
And you got your staff.
I think what the takeaway from this conversation is, one is that you either choose to be married or you choose to be single.
Yes.
And there's no judgment.
It's a channel thing, like swimming.
Yeah.
You take this channel when you swim, or you take that channel when you swim, right?
Exactly. That's it.
If you cross, you're disqualified.
Okay, so according to Cyrus, you either choose to be married or you choose to be single. You choose sides and you don't cross over.
I don't know if you
so
choose.
You can't
life chooses.
But I've seen a lot of married people who get divorced and are really happy being single.
Yeah.
That also happens.
Yeah. Because that's also true, right? It didn't work for them, so they went back to this channel.
And then they're okay with that.
Yeah. Like nobody's really happy to be married, but some people are really unhappy to be married. That's what happens. Yeah. I don't know about now you tell us your tribe. Are you really happy to be Shenaz the singleton?
I'm happy to be single, but I like to have a boyfriend.
No, you said many boyfriends. It's very orgy sounding. Now don't change it. Because all the dirty men out there are going,
No. I like to have one boyfriend at a time.
Yeah.
I like to have one boyfriend at a time.
Like 7 days in the week kind of thing?
No. Oh. I have like 2, 3, 4, 5-year relationships.
Okay.
And then
it's number thing.
And then something happens and we break up. And
but you also have the separate house
Then
thingy.
I'm sad.
But they don't live here.
I do like separate houses. And when we travel, I do like to have even separate rooms. Because I just like that. I like having my own space. So what's the solution?
I think we should write a book now.
Now we just have to end the show. We just have to give a solution to people.
I have a solution. Get back to bed. Come
what's your piece of advice to people before you
get
get
on the
back?
sheets. Let's try a little party love, huh?
No, one piece of advice before we go into bed.
Yeah. To who?
To these guys.
How can I advise anyone? My life is a mess.
That's great.
Are we going back to bed?
So thank you for joining me in my bed, Cyrus Broacha.
Righty.
Ready to go back in?
Do I get my privilege moment now?
No.
This one is for the Parsis. Geo Parsi! Come on, Shenaz.
Thank you. And that's all we have for this episode.
Have you
in bed with Shenaz.
But have you taken a Mobizox painkiller?
Oh,
okay,
no.
come.